All right. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. I call these Zooms Activation and Abundance, where you're going to learn a little bit about my story and also how these products are really changing the way that we age. Not anti-aging, cheesy, rub some cream on it. Actually going to the source problem, and instead of supplementing what we're deficient in, we're actually able to flip the switch and change our cellular health. This is a very, very important call if you have not learned about cellular activation. I learned about this about 7.5 years ago, and it has drastically changed my health, my family's health, and also our financial well-being. So I really want you to be able to take notes today. Grab a pen and a paper. And I also am going to be multitasking, letting people into this meeting as they join the waiting room. So give me a little grace today. I'm still learning how this new Zoom is working, but a little bit about myself. My name is Daisy Shane Goodwin. Someone invited you today, like they did me 7.5 years ago, because they care about you. Now, when I found out about this, I was deep in survival mode. My husband and I had been professional athletes for a very long time and had a great run with it. But back in 2008, when the economy crashed, so did our life. We got half of our income cut in half and didn't know what to do. We just had bought a new piece of property. We were growing up, we were pregnant with our first child, and we didn't want to work for anyone else. We knew that we wanted to do something where we could be a part of the community, give back, not feel like we were drowning every month, or that we had someone else telling us what we had to do with our time. And we tried to have a small business here on the North Shore of Kauai. We had an organic food cafe. We've always been into health and wellness. So we thought this would be the perfect thing. Now, if you own a small business, especially right now, since then we have two, and we are barely holding on with those with this pandemic. So that it might have been easier just to have a boss, because when you own your own business, you are nailed to the floor. We got to forget going on vacation. We got paid last, if at all. The overhead swallowed us every month, and it was really just a hard time for us. So unfortunately, we couldn't keep up, and the overhead basically swallowed us, and we got this close to filing for bankruptcy, not even a year after opening. And we then went into survival mode, which here in Hawaii, I call the Hawaiian hustle, where you are on a hamster wheel and there's no light at the end of the tunnel. We did what we could, to make ends meet. I started waitressing, cleaning houses. My husband would work the odd construction job, but at this point we had two kids, and it was affecting me, this no money thing. And for us, I had to take a real big look at myself, because I was getting anxiety attacks on the regular. I was starting to, have insomnia at nights. I wasn't able to have a good mood. I was dealing with depression. I'm a happy girl. I've been, my cup's always half full, even when it's empty, my whole life. And because I'm pretty sure when I look back, it was the money stress. It's just when you don't have enough coming in and you have little ones to take care of, or you have bills to pay, it didn't matter what we did as far as our budget. The credit card bills got bigger and bigger. The debt turned into mountains, and we suffered. And my health started to take a toll. So that's when a dear friend of mine invited me to look at this information. Now, just like you have been invited, I don't know how you feel about network marketing, but I was the skeptic of all skeptics. I was the one that would tell you that you're going to lose your money. I was the friend, or even a friend of a friend, that told you that you joined a pyramid scheme, you drank the Kool-Aid. I can't believe that, that network marketing is for people that can't get a real job. I mean, I had it all figured out with this network marketing thing. So when my friend came to me, I actually highly respected this individual. He was one of the first people to open a health food store in the 70s in Colorado. He was always the epitome of health to me. And I trusted everything that he said, because he was an elder, and I just had a lot of respect for him. So when he tells me, he said, I didn't want to bother you guys, but I've been, battling this life-threatening ailment. It's been really tricky. I didn't want to get lit up with chemo, but I was told by my naturopath that if I could find a way to bring my glutathione up. Now, if you don't know what glutathione is, it's one of the most important molecules we have in our makeup. It's important for cellular detoxification. It's important for just even increasing energy, your immune system being strong. It's a very big, important thing that we have. And he said, I found a product, Daisy, that can raise it up 300%. Now I'm all ears because I'm like, well, I want to raise my glutathione up 300%, of course. And he said, will you watch this video so I can explain it to you? Now I am such a skeptic, or was such a skeptic of this business model and this industry, that I immediately had my little red flags go up and I said, are you trying to get me into network marketing? And he goes, no, this is different. I know how you feel. And I said, you know what? I'm offended, Brian. I love you as a person, but no way am I taking another business on. I'm so busy. I don't even have a minute for myself. And I'm so stressed out about money. Why would I ever want to spend any more money on a product? So I walked away. My husband watches this video, and that's actually the first thing I'm going to have you write down. I want you to write down abcnewsreport.com. Now, when I finally did watch this video, way later, I was blown away, because this is not a video that's funded by the company. You always see one of those, and it's basically, it's like a, they're just trying to get you to buy their products. So it's funded by the company, and it's an advertisement. That's basically what it is. They're advertising what they have. This was different, and you're going to see when you watch it. I'm going to give you a little rundown of what it is, and you can go and unravel this little onion that I'm peeling apart today. But what happened was, a world-renowned scientist found a natural way to alleviate oxidative stress by an average of 40% in 30 days. That was the human study that came out in 2005. Now, I'm going to show you what oxidative stress is, because I didn't know what it was. It is becoming a buzzword. People are learning about oxidative stress, but this is the best visual I could give you. You have an apple, you cut it in half, it turns brown. That is what's happening to our cells as we age. But here's the big one right here. I want you to read what this says. Oxidative stress destroys our DNA and our cells, and it contributes to all human disease and causes the signs of aging. So this is a big deal, because oxidative stress is bombarding us. We have it no matter what. Free radical damage is coming at us, whether it's our cell phone, the food we eat, the air we breathe with the toxins. If you exercise too much, you get a lot of oxidative stress. If you don't exercise enough, you get oxidative stress. So this is happening whether we like it or not. And exactly why my friend who introduced this to me, who I had incredible amounts of respect for as being a health guru, got sick. Because cellular repair is not an easy thing to fix until now. So what happens is the scientist comes out with this human study, ABC Primetime. I don't know if you remember that. It was huge in the 2000s, where they would go and expose different companies to create drama, create their ratings. So they find this human study, and they go in to debunk these scientists. They go in there with John Quinones, the news broadcaster, being the guinea pig. He goes and gets his blood drawn, and in 2.5 weeks, his oxidative stress measured by a T-bar test goes down 45%. Now, this is a gigantic deal. And I'll admit, when I started watching this, I was like this. I just couldn't believe what I was hearing. Because the truth is this, if this does, help take almost in half the oxidative stress down, and oxidative stress is the center of all disease, this is a big deal. Now, I've always been into natural medicine. I do everything I can to avoid the pharmaceuticals. I know that they're there for reasons, but for me, I'm always trying the natural approach. And when I heard him say that he didn't want to get lit up with chemo and that he is now free from this ailment, I started to look deeper after I saw this video. And you're going to see the same thing. You're going to see a graph that they show where they can't distinguish an 80-year-old's blood from a 20-year-old's blood. This is big. These are big statements. So what happened is, overnight, this company, publicly traded company, was on the shelves at that store, GNC, High Health, different selected health food stores. And overnight, after this ABC Primetime aired in 2005, millions of orders went through. Just like you and I, we'd watch that, and you'll see when you watch that, you're going to say, how can I get my hands on this? Because all mammals have oxidative stress, and it contributes to everything that we know as growing old ungracefully. So what happens is these people, you and I, we'd go back maybe once, maybe twice, but they didn't have the infrastructure to handle that kind of demand. And over the next 5 years, they tried to ramp up production. They tried to, do infomercials, pop-up shops at the different GNC outlets. But guess what? Because this is such a revolutionary product, no one bought it. And that's why you're here today, because in 2009, they hired someone and said, what do we do? Our company's about to go into debt. Our stocks have plummeted. We don't know what to do. And this man said, have you thought of network marketing? And they were like me. They said, no, we are not going to do network marketing. No, and he broke it down of what network marketing can do when it's done right. They hired people that had been in the industry and knew how to write great comp plans where people like you or me, middle class, can win big. I'll explain that in a minute. And they took it off the shelves and they started this direct selling. Now, guess what happened is when that ABC primetime aired in 2005, it wasn't just the public that saw this. All kinds of universities and organizations and highly respected associations saw this also. And they started to do their own independent research. So I'm going to show you who is backing our flagship product. It's not just, us saying, oh, this works. Look at this. Harvard, Texas Tech, the National Institute of Health, American Heart Association, just to name a few. This is not we have a bunch of science and we're going to throw some spaghetti on the wall and hope it sticks. This is real science backing our products. Now, the second thing I want you to write down is pubmed.gov right here, the U.S. National Library of Medicine. Now, I am learning to love science as I've gotten into this. I'm a testimonial girl and we could sit here for hours, but I know most people need proof. They need proof to see that this works before they try it. And that was me. I had to see my husband's health change. I had to watch my father-in-law's health drastically change in order for me to take this seriously. But if science is your thing, I want you to go to this website, pubmed.gov, and I want you to type in oxidative stress, just like you see, but I also want you to add a disease. So oxidative stress and cancer, heart disease, depression, gout, anything you can think of. For me, there's Alzheimer's in there. There's arthritis is huge in my family. And you can go and connect the dots because the FDA does not allow us to say that we're going to cure your disease or mitigate your disease or treat it. But this website is going to help you to connect the dots where you're going to be able to see that this is giant. Now, this is not Google. This is not Wikipedia. You can't pay to have your information on here. And the second thing I want you to go to the search bar is right in Protandim, right in our flagship product, Protandim. And you're going to see 26 peer-reviewed research studies on our flagship product. So for me, I'm not a salesperson. I've never done this before, but I am someone that can give people information and let them make an educated guess. And I'm not attached if people want to join or not. But what's happening here is our publicly traded company that now we're with is attracting medical professionals from around the world. Over 800 doctors are on and in this business because of what these products do. We also have a product that rebuilds your mitochondrial function. Mitochondria is so important for everything from, the way that your heart beats to inflating of your lungs to the way that we think. When your mitochondria is strong, Time Magazine just came out with an article saying that cancer can't survive. We also have a face system that literally goes down to the dermis level and rebuilds your dermis level instead of putting fillers on it. So for me, who I got, my melasma with my second pregnancy, I had all that go away because of these products. We also have a product that raises your sirtuin level by 100% in 24 hours. This is not, playground stuff. This is really big deal preventative care for your future. Sirtuins, if you don't know what they do, they affect everything from your mental energy to your physical energy, motivation, mood, cardiovascular health, healthy DNA function. This is real big stuff. And look what Washington State University says, is NRF2 is likely to be the most important health promoting approach in the foreseeable future. It may become the most extraordinary breakthrough in the history of health and medicine. Crazy. So now I'm going to switch gears a little bit. Now, if the business is not for you, that's fine. The products, everyone wants the products once they realize that there is a way to flip the switch in our system to do what we did when we were kids. That's basically what happens, because right at about the age 20, everything starts to slow down in our cellular makeup and we can't fight things like we used to. Now I'm going to switch gears on the business, but what I want you to do is, if it's not for you, still stay open. Because here's the thing is, there are millions and millions and millions of people out of work right now. Who knows what the future holds, right? Our future is extremely uncertain right now. And what I found here was a way out, was a way that I could give my family the mother that they needed and deserved. A mother that wasn't working all the time and tired and never, never wanting to do anything fun. I was a person that was having major health issues because of the lack. And if that's not you, that's fine too. But I just want you to be open, because I guarantee 5 people that need this information. Now, when you're looking at network marketing, and I looked deeply into this, mostly because if I was going to do this as a business after I started feeling better, by the way, that was my story, is I started taking the product and immediately my anxiety attacks went away. Nothing changed. I was still getting those credit card payments. I still couldn't pay the electric bill, but the anxiety attacks subsided. I was in a better mood. I had more energy throughout the day, major. I was also sleeping better. And in about 3 months, all my little pre-arthritic pain from being an athlete and pushing myself went away. So yeah, I became a walking billboard like everyone else that tries these products becomes. I would go to the store and people would say, "What's going on with you? You look different. You're glowing." And I say, "I'm on these products. That's really all that it is." And then my friends would say, "Well, I want some." And that's when I started to unravel what network marketing is. Now, it's hard to find a network marketing company that that has, no competition. It has a standalone product that people get to the bottom of and consume and want more. That's tricky, really tricky. It's hard to find someone that has no competition. It's hard to find a company with the timing. And these are all things that need to be in place, really, if you're going to take your time and put it into a network marketing company. Now, what I loved about this business is I could just build this in the nooks and crannies. I didn't have to quit my day job. Well, I couldn't because we were that broke, but I could just start to slowly build this and have the wheels start to spin without me. Now, when you're looking at network marketing, it's essential, absolutely essential, that you get paid good on the front end and the back end. And what happens with a lot of these network marketing companies is you get all these bonuses on the front end, but your time doesn't duplicate on the back end, meaning residually. Meaning when I was flat on my back with our 3rd child and, bed rest at month 4, I didn't have to worry. That check was coming in every single month. That's the residual aspect, where you're leveraging your time and your income to win big later. So let me show you a little bit about this company and why this compensation plan is huge. Now, let me get to the slide. So what I love about this is you can make your money back quick. You pay to get into the business. It's basically you're paying for all the product. You can sell the product, or you can just get in and start to go to work. And that's what happened to me, is I started telling my neighbor about it and my friends. And guess what? You get 40% back in the next 2 days. You get paid on your phone, a little notification that says that you're getting paid 40%. This says 30 to 40%, but I always teach the comp plan at the highest rate that you can, which is 40%. Now, there's also lunch bonuses. So you can get all kinds of little bonuses, which is great. Not major, but in the beginning, I could put gas in the car. I could buy groceries. I could pay that credit card payment or the electricity, right? My electricity wasn't getting turned off. And then this is the best part. This is the unilevel commissions, the generational matching bonus, where you're going to get paid for bringing people in and teaching them how to do this. I've never seen anything like this in my life. Now, the best way I can explain it is my neighbor, right? So he ends up signing up. I'm going to get 10% of his income while he's with LifeVantage. 10% every single month while he's with our company. He signs up his doctor, say doctor signed up sister, sister signs up mom, mom signs up cousin. And that's how it works, you guys. It's not who you know. It's who they know and who they know and who they know. And because the health and wellness industry is the biggest world economy boost we've ever seen worldwide, a multi-trillion-dollar industry, everyone wants to feel better. Everyone wants to know about cellular health. If they can get their immune system as strong as possible, raising their glutathione up by 300%, Yes, especially right now with this pandemic, people want to be, have as much armor as they can to fight against this. Now, what I loved about this is I'm going to get 10%, 5% of the doctor, 5%, 5%, 5%. You're going to get compensated for signing someone up and not saying, see you later, I got my bonus, you're out. You plug them into our team. You plug them into our system of how to build this in the nooks and crannies of their life too. And what happens is they make a little money, and so do you. I love that bonus. And then also the elite pool, which you saw in that last slide. I still fall out of my chair every month on the 15th when we get paid residually. Because how this works is when you hit the elite ranks of 7 to 10, you're going to global profit share in everything sold on the planet. Did you hear that? So when you hit Pro 7, you're going to share in 1% of everything sold on the planet. Pro 8 share in 2%, Pro 9 share in 3%, and Pro 10 share in 4%. Unheard of. I'd never seen anything like this. Now let me show you something really quick. Now this is a beautiful thing. This is our income disclosure statement. We can show this because we are a publicly traded company. Everything is transparent. But on this third row over, this is the average that people get paid in our company. So I'm going to focus on Pro 3 for a second. Most people get to Pro 3. It's not hard to get to Pro 3. I think there's thousands in my organization that get here. And it's, $600 a month, not major, but for, like I was saying, I could buy groceries. I could, have a little extra, maybe put a little bit of that away every month for a fund at the end of the year where we get to do something fun as a family. But then you hit Pro 5. And what happens at Pro 5 for you would be different for me. I don't know what you would do with $3,000 a month, but for me, we were able to move back into our house. We were living with my in-laws, sharing a car. I was able to buy a little beater car and move back into our house. So this was a big day for our family. And then look at these elite ranks. This is what I was just talking about. This is more than doctors and lawyers make in our country. This is big. All this is you putting one foot in front of the other, in front of the other, in front of the other, being coachable, being consistent. And look what happens. Now, I never thought in a million years I would be a Pro 8 making this kind of money. Never, never, never. But because I was, like I said, coachable, I did what people said above me people that had what I had, I did what they did. I was coachable. I was consistent, little amounts of time. I didn't have a lot. I'm busy. We're so busy. I'm sure you are too. But what can happen is if you keep doing the same thing over and over again, it's like riding a bike, all of a sudden you're on your way to the elite ranks. And that's huge because that is life-changing money. So again, I really want to let you know this. This is not about making millions. This is about the freedom of choice to do what you want, when you want, with who you want. This is not about, oh, I'm so rich, I got a new truck and this and that. This is not about that. This is about, what do I get to do today with my kids? I'm a present mother. My health is good. I'm sharing people, the health stories that you hear back of people's lives changing. I can't even, it's fills your soul like you can't even believe. And yeah, it's like a business. Some days are hard, some days aren't. But here's the thing about this company. We're opening different countries slow and steady. Right now we're in 26 countries. We're babies, but we're opening slow and steady. The timing is so on our side. I went to school for business. I only went to school for a semester for college and I dropped out. But I learned about Peter Drucker and the S-curve. I don't know if you know about this, but basically in every company that hits momentum and gets to $1 billion, there's something called an S-curve. And if you can be one of the first 150,000 per country, they say it's an opportunity of a lifetime. And I'm not a fluffy girl at all. I like things raw and real and tell me like it is. And what I loved about that was when I looked at the numbers of this company, 88,000 worldwide. This is a very big deal. And people are noticing this company. We just had our biggest fiscal year we've ever had in the middle of the pandemic. We also closed the ringing bell on Wall Street, on the NASDAQ. We just invited Aaron Brockovich to our team last year, to our board of directors, who's one of the most sought after public speakers there is. This company is growing, slow and steady, but it's growing. So again, if the business is not for you, that's fine, but look into it. Ask the person that invited you questions. I had 1 million. And I am so grateful that I was open enough to look and to take these products because our health is forever changed. I feel as good as I did when I was a teenager. I mean, I'm not kidding you. my recovery rate from my workouts and, you know, my surfing and all of that. It's incredible. I didn't even get into the energy drink that we have. It's literally brain food, no sugar, clears the brain fog, keeps you focused. It's incredible. The handful of products that we have are all unbelievable. They sell themselves. People want more. And that's what makes this an incredible business. So again, get with the person that invited you, and you guys have a great day. Okay. Have a great weekend. Talk to you soon. Bye from Kauai.